Hello, citizens! So, with the second Spider-Man game almost upon us very soon, I want to go through a prequel novel that I found. I've been reading this for about the last month. It's Spider-Man Hostile Takeover by David Liss. And it's a prequel novel from the first Spider-Man game that came out on PS4. I don't know, I feel like it was 4 years ago now. And I really enjoyed it. It ties in directly to the game, and it happens like just before all the actions of like the first 10 minutes of the Spider-Man game. And sometimes with, novelizations of comic books or video game tie-ins, they're very hit and miss. But I was pleasantly surprised by this one. I looked up the author, and he does a lot of kind of crime thriller series, and I've really enjoyed them, and I kind of want to look up some of his other books that he's done. At the moment, we've seen a litany of a few comic book heroes that have their own books now. We had a Sarah J. Maas Catwoman, we had a Batman, a Superman. I've got they've been around for a while. I've got a Tim Burton novelization book of Batman from the 80s. And, it's interesting having a different medium for comic book heroes. And, for the most part, they're decent, but sometimes it can be a little bit hard to bridge that gap between, having art to demonstrate and novels, but novels have been around for much longer, so, it's doable. I guess it depends on what you prefer reading about and how you read. But getting into the book, it's basically maybe a couple of months before Peter Parker takes down Wilson Fisk, and it's basically the lead up to him trying to take him down. And so you see the relationship that Spider-Man Peter Parker has with Yuri, the police officer from the game, and it's done really well. They're trying to put together this case, so they're slowly getting bits and pieces to, nail Wilson Fisk to the wall and, have something from the courts actually stick to him. And it's built up really well. I feel like the author was given a lot of freedom, so long as it kind of tied into, the first 10 minutes of the game. And it flows really well. I was interested to see, the dynamics of Peter Parker's relationship with Mary Jane, which he fleshes out a little bit leading up. And there are a few characters that you do read about in the book that don't appear in the game, which was a little bit disappointing because they felt like pretty interesting people, but they do wrap things up solidly. So that's my only criticism that I would say, but you can really visualize him swinging through. Storytelling's paced really well. I picked this up off of Amazon. I'm sure... Actually, let me check. I picked this one up off of Amazon. You can also get it on Audible and just on your Kindle as well. Also just found out that he also does a lot of Black Panther, so he's pretty familiar with Marvel territory. I really feel like the book is worth picking up. If anything, just to have more context to Spider-Man and his relationships prior to the game. And, just something that you can easily read on the bus while you're going into work. And you are left wanting more, and I ended up replaying the Spider-Man game because I picked up this book. So, totally recommend.